everyone, and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming, and today we're back with some more Pokemon Global League for you. This time we are having a team builder for week 2, which is going to be against PapaSea and the New York Klinks. Now I'm going to warn you guys before we start off, we did already have the battle. I didn't get time to make the team builder before that, because I was actually building the team the second up to when we battled, so, So, team builders right now, so I can't show you guys the spreadsheet of his team because he's already updated it, and that give away the results of the battle. So I'll just read it off for you guys. He's got Tornadus Therian, Fortress, Amoonguss, Latias, Genesect, Reuniclus, Tyrantrum, Hariyama, Magmortar, Golurk, Mega Diancie, and Rotom Wash. Now looking at his team, the first thing that pops out right in my face is the fire weakness, with Fortress and Genesect being four times weak, and then Amoonguss also being weak. But then if you look a little bit deeper, he has quite a bit of resistances for that, so you can kind of allow it. If you look, there's Latias, there's Tyrantrum, there's Hariyama with Thick Fat, there's Magmortar, and Mega Diancie, and Rotom Wash. So it's not a huge deal, but that's like what I latched onto when I was building this team. So you'll see a lot of hidden power fire on my team, so we'll see if that ends up working out for me or not. Also, I'm really worried about a lot of the Pokemon. I'm going to be honest with you guys, team building this week was a nightmare for this team. I could not figure out what I wanted to do, so you're going to... So I kind of went basic with a lot of Pokemon just because I wasn't sure what to do, so we'll see how that reflects the actual battle. But, looking at this, we see, excuse me, Hazard Stacking with Fortress, Rotom Wash, he's used it last year, he's using it again this year. Last year we were able to take care of it really easy with Mirror Coat and Milotic. We don't have that this year. Does Jellicent get Mirror Coat? I kind of want to wonder about that now. I think it does. It doesn't. Okay, so I wasn't dumb by not doing that. Alright. So, anyway, we're going to go back to the team. I'm just going to kind of go over everything. If we need to do damage calcs, I got the damage calc right here, so we can pull it up and bring stuff in. But as far as we are aware, I should be able to just go through these pretty quickly for you guys. This is kind of how team builders are going to go. I'm just going to already have it built, just to save time, because I actually take a lot of time building these teams, because I'm constantly changing things. So first off, we're going to start off with Heatran. We have Broiler, the Heatran, Shuckle Berry, Flash Fire, of course, because you need to have Flash Fire. Lava Plume, Flash Cannon, Substitute, Stealth Rock. So the plan with this is to bring it in when there's a Fortress or a Genesect or even a Diancie. And Tyrantrum even. I built this for Tyrantrum as well. So we have Lava Plume, Flash Cannon, Substitute, Stealth Rock. Now, Lava Plume, the idea of Lava Plume was, or is... for as far as you know, Fortress, we could go in on Fortress and we can Lava Plume, and then in case he's Custap Berry, we have the high chance to burn, so then we can bring him down to Sturdy, burn him, so then Custap Berry can't go off. So that's the plan with Lava Plume. Flash Cannon, we can hit Tyrantrum and Mega Diancie for 1 KO, I believe. I want to verify the ability of 1 KO and Flash Cannon. So we can see Flash Cannon does over 100% to a Tyrantrum that's uninvested, and then we can see because of, oops, it doesn't show it on here, because of the Shuckle Berry, Earthquake does not 1-hit KO, and again, if we go over to Diancie, I know it 1-hit KOs Diancie, because Mega Diancie is not very bulky. The problem is it does outspeed us, so that's why we have Shuckle Berry, because Earth Power doesn't even do 50%, so we can eat our Shuckle Berry and then Flash Cannon and destroy it. So that's the idea with Mega Diancie and Heatran. I was going to run Earth Power for Magmortar, and also, do we need Earth Power for anybody else that I can remember? No, it only hit the Magmortar. So I was going to do that, but I figured it'd be better to have Substitute Stealth Rock. So we'll see how that works out for us. But next we have Alakazam, Focus Sash, Magic Guard, in case he does get up those Stealth Rocks or the Spikes or whatever with Fortress. Then we also have Energy Ball, Hidden Power Fire, Psyshock, Shadow Ball, Max Speed, not anything out of the ordinary. Energy Ball for Rotom Wash, Hidden Power Fire for Fortress and Genesect, and I don't think it hits anybody else, not super effectively at least. Psyshock is for the Amoonguss and the Hariyama, mostly the Hariyama, because Hariyamas are typically specially defensive, so that's why I went physical, because Psyshock has a chance to KO where Psychic doesn't. And then it's the opposite way for Amoonguss. So I just figured we'd go Psyshock over Psychic on the and so we can take out the Hariyama, because Hariyama does get like Bullet Punch and Fake Out. So I don't want the priority to be able to knock us out after he uses knockoff. Not that he could Fake us out, but he could Bullet Punch. Other things, Shadow Ball for Latias and Reuniclus. It only does like 60%, I believe, is what it ended up coming to. Alakazam. Where's my Alakazam? There it is. Alec Baldwin. Then we have Reuniclus. Calm Mind, 50. And we can see Shadow Ball does almost 60%. And of course it's going to do about the same to a Latias at level 50, of course. Oops, I highlighted everything. Yeah, 50. So yeah, it does about 55 to a Latias. And then other move we had at Alakazam, we went through all of them. So that was our Alakazam. I wanted to save Alakazam till the end of the game and then start and hopefully do some cleanup with them after we've dealt a lot of damage to a lot of Pokemon. So that is our Alakazam. Now we have Venusaur. Venusaur is kind of our bulky Pokemon. This Venusaur spread is made to take 50% from both Psychic and Psyshock from Reuniclus, so that it can wall it either way that it's trying to do it. If I have to go up against Reuniclus, I don't want to, but if I have to, I will. We also have Leech Seed, so we can hopefully seed somebody and then switch out. We have Sludge Bomb, which is kind of for Amoonguss, but not really. It's more for the Magmortar, if it came down to it. Sludge Bomb also hits. Why did I have Sludge Bomb on this dumb thing? Oh, Tornadus T, that's why. I had Sludge Bomb on it for Tornadus T, just so we had a neutral hit on Tornadus T. We also have Hidden Power Fire, again, Genesect and Ferrothorn. Also can hit Amoonguss this way. And then Giga Drain is for the Rotom Wash, the Mega Diancie, the Golurk. Oh, we can also hit Tyrantrum with Sludge Bomb, because Tyrantrum is neutral to Giga Drain and resists Hidden Power Fire. I guess Giga Drain would be better in that position, but it's just a safety thing, I guess. Oh, Latias was another reason for a Sludge Bomb. So, yeah, I'm not too keen on the Venusaur, but I think it can end up working out. Jellicent is actually a last-minute addition to this team. I originally had Greninja here, but Greninja kind of covered what Alakazam did, just different moves, so I wasn't feeling too great. I'm like, there's a Hariyama on this team, and I have nothing that can take a close combat, so I'm going to bring Jellicent. So Jellicent ended up being our Hariyama counter here. We just went, it's kind of almost the exact same as Venusaur spreads, so it's bulky in both ways, but we have Scald, Energy Ball, Shadow Ball, Recover, Energy Ball, of course, for the Rotom Wash, and then Shadow Ball and Scald covers the rest of the team. We have Curse Body, I just prefer over Water Absorb is its other ability, and looking at his team, Rotom Wash is the only one that has water type moves, and it's going to be going for Thunderbolts if we're up against it. So, and Heatran doesn't like water, but outside of that. Oh, also this Heatran, max special defense, max HP. It can take 2 Hydro Pumps from a Rotom, and it can take, I guess that was more for like Diancie, is what I'm thinking along the lines of there. So back to Jellicent, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Scald, Curse Body's leftovers, you know, bulky. And then we have Stantler. So Stantler, I don't know what I was thinking of Stantler this week. So I know what I was thinking, but apparently it was absolutely wrong. So for some reason, to start off, I was like, alright, we're going to run Return, Earthquake, Gravity, Swords Dance, Sap Sipper, Stantler. So I can bring it in on the Amoonguss, if Amoonguss is trying to Spore or whatever, or Giga Drain, get that +1, and then set up Gravity, and then if a Rotom ever came in, I could Earthquake it, and then I could just return everything else. Or Double Edge. I actually had Double Edge to start off with this Stantler. Then I looked into it. Stantler doesn't get Swords Dance. I'm like, alright. Do I want to rely on him to bring Amoonguss and try to Spore? Even though I have a Venusaur, I have Stantler, obviously, with Sap Sipper. I have Electivire with Vital Spirit, Mandibuzz with Overcoat, Breloom, all this kind of nonsense that could essentially stop his Moongus from showing up. So I'm like, alright, that's probably not going to work. So then I went Intimidate Sandler, and I was like, alright, this should be fine. Let's change Thunder Wave and let's get rid of... Well, actually, I'd gotten rid of Gravity a long time ago at this point, when I first built it, because I think I was trying to... And I thought about doing Trick Room and all this stuff. I'm like, we'll just go Thunder Wave, Confuse Ray, Earthquake, Double Edge. Stantler only gets Double Edge through Transfer move. I can't get Transfer Pokemon. I don't gen in the traditional way. I breed my Pokemon and then I change them with power saves, depending on the battle. And like, you can do that through power saves. Actually, I probably couldn't, because it's a X and Y Stantler, and the Double Edge comes from Fire Red, Leaf Green. So I'm like, alright. My Stantler also doesn't like me, because I bred the Stantler in X and Y. So I'm like, and it's got a little bit of happiness from just walking around. So Frustration wouldn't be full power, Return wouldn't be full power. I'm like, we're going to have to use Giga Impact. So we have Giga Impact Stantler with the leftovers, and it was max speed, and I changed it to be bulky. I just wanted to focus on Thunder Wave, Confuse Ray. The Stantler's a mess, to be honest. I'm going to be hoping to use Stantler better in the future, like actually making him look better, but as of right now, this is not looking good for Stantler, so there he is. He's going to help with speed control. But then we also have Bonesaw. So Bonesaw is kind of like the hinge for this entire team, essentially. Essentially, I want to get Bonesaw in, preferably on the Rotom. If he has a Moongus, I could do it with a Moongus too. Other Pokemon I could get it in on, Magmortar, Fortress, just those kinds of Pokemon where he can either try and get statused or he can take the hit. So I have Lumberry on Bonesaw with Mold Breaker, and he's got Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Facade, and Earthquake. Originally I had Incinerate, but for the Genesect and the Fortress, but it does about the same as Earthquake does, especially after a +1. So, our Earthquake does more after +1, I'm pretty sure. So I just threw that out, and I'm like, well, for the last move, I could put Shadow Claw for Golurk and Latias, even though Latias already gets hit by Dragon Claw, and Shadow Claw could also hit the Reuniclus. Or I could just go Facade, in case for some reason he does get burned or paralyzed or something dumb, toxic later in the game. So we have Facade. So Mold Breaker allows us to hit Rotom with an Earthquake for super effective damage. Dragon Claw can also hit for super effective damage. We can hit Latias, we can hit Tyrantrum. That's it. We can also hit Diancie with Earthquake. Just going down the list, we have Dragon Claw for Tornadus. Fortress gets Earthquake. Amoonguss can get Earthquake or Dragon Claw. Latias, Dragon Claw. Genesect, Earthquake. Reuniclus, Dragon Claw. Tyrantrum, Dragon Claw or Earthquake. Hariyama, Dragon Claw. Magmortar, Dragon Claw. Golurk, Dragon Claw. Mega Diancie, Earthquake, and Rotom Earthquake. So Hexorus is meant to be our sweeper at the end of the match, or in the middle, or whenever, really. As long as we can get it set up, then Dragon Dancing Hexorus is our man. But like I said, we've already had this battle, so you guys will see what ends up happening tomorrow. This one should be going up on Thursday, and our battle will go up on Friday. So be sure to come back tomorrow and see how we do in week 2 of the PGO against PapaSea. And again, we've battled PapaSea before, and he's looking for some revenge, because the first time we battled him, we 6-0'd him, I believe it was, and we burned him all the time with Melodic. This time we don't have Melodic, we have Jellicent, and he said he's going to run Lum on everything, and but he's also got things like Hariyama could be carrying Guts instead of Thick Fat. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening, guys. Well, you'll see. I already know what happened. But thank you so much for joining me today, and we will see you next time. And also, if you haven't picked up your Wild Child shirt, they're still available, so check it out in the description below. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time. Stay sharp, everyone, and go Wild Charge.